Hey guys, Liz Morris from the Nail Hub here, and I am back to continue on our journey through the Light Elegance product line. Today we're going to be talking about the different building products and extension products that are available to us within Light Elegance, and I'm going to be showing you the breakdown of the different viscosities as well as the different color options that you have. Now this is where it can get overwhelming because there are so many different formulas to choose from. And the packaging has also changed over time. So I'm going to try and break down today everything in a very concise way so that you understand all the different formulas as well as the different colors. So let's start with the hard gels because Light Elegance is famous for their hard gels, and they have 5 major categories of hard gel to choose from. So I have this one here just to show you the different packaging. This is the same exact product, just slightly different packaging here. So on the left is the old packaging, on the right is the new packaging. And also there are now 3 size options available for every single LexiLine gel. So we now have 10 mil, which is smaller than this. We have 30 mil, which is this size, and then we have 50 mil, which is very large. So depending on if you're just wanting to try LexiLine before you buy a whole bunch of it, I would recommend the new 10 mil size, which is amazing if you're just wanting to kind of get your feet wet with the different builder gels. If you love using LexiLine, but you don't, maybe you don't have as many clients yet, 30 mil is a great medium size to go with. And if you're doing client after client after client with these builder gels, I highly recommend going for the 50 mil because it is cheaper per milliliter than the other sizes. Okay, so here's the different packaging. Now you'll notice I own both packaging styles, and it's just because I've owned Light Elegance for a really long time. And I don't do clients day after day anymore, so I don't go through my product as quickly as a working nail technician would. So that allows me to show you the different options that are available. So let's talk about the thickest gel first, because that usually is the most confusing. I do have a video on my channel called How to Work with Really Thick Gels. And there is a reason why we want really thick gels. So when we are doing extensions on nail forms, like so, when we have our nail form applied to the nail plate, we don't necessarily want our gel to go all over the place, especially if we're trying to do some specific nail shape or a very long length. So if we use a thin runny gel onto a nail form, we're going to get a lot of running down the side. So Builder is a really great option if you want something that stays where you put it and it does not self-level. And there is a trick to using thicker gels. You want to use more gel than you would if you were using a runny one. So you can see how thick that is. Let me just zoom in really quick so you can see. So you can see how thick this product is. It's almost like a putty, if you will. But the more we use, the more we're able to manipulate the product. And Builder can actually be used for all kinds of things. It is a slightly flexible builder gel. You'll notice if you paint some of it onto a form and you cure it and you start playing with it, it has a little bit of give to it. So I have actually used Builder for things like putting crystals on nails. I also use it for people that want length but need a little bit of give. They need a little bit of flexibility to be able to take on an impact, or maybe it's on weak, flimsy nails and I want to make sure that the nails just don't pop off. I will use Builder. Builder is also great for people who are very nervous about working with gels. Maybe they're used to working with acrylic. It gives you an option for working with something that will just not go anywhere. And you can also use Builder to create 3D nail art. If you've seen a lot of those pictures or videos where people are making kind of these interesting shapes and then putting chrome on top, Builder is a great option for that as well. It's almost like a mochi kind of gel, which has now just recently come into popularity. So very thick, and I'll get into the colors that are available for this as well, but Builder is the thickest viscosity in the Light Elegance line. Next up, we have Extreme. Extreme is slightly thinner than Builder. Again, my jar is the old packaging style. You'll see right away, you can tell that it self-levels within the jar, but it is a very thick honey consistency. It self-levels slowly, even though it does self-level. You can see right there on camera. So it does self-level, but you can see it stays very stringy and it takes a while for it to self-level. And even the amount that I have on my spatula here, it'll just stay there. It will kind of droop and sag, but it is a good option for if you want something that does self-level, but you need something that self-levels slower. This is a really good option for that. And again, it comes in clear, which is why it looks black on camera. It's a black jar. It just has the clear gel, and it comes in other colors. Fiber is a really unique gel. I haven't seen a lot of brands that have fiber gels. And what this means is it actually has fiber particles in it to make it kind of stronger. So similar to like, carbon fiber, things like that. This uses a type of fiber, and you can see it kind of has like a milky textured look to it. That's because it actually does have fiber particles in it. And this is a really good gel for people where you need to do a cracked nail repair, or you're trying to, even on forms, it has a very rigid feel to it once it's cured. So fiber is great for a lot of things, but it does work really well for broken nails, repairing nails, trying to repair anywhere where there was a crack before. It does a great job of sealing over that, but some people just love fiber. They love the texture of it. They love that it self-levels a little bit, and it's also, like I said, very rigid on a nail form, so you're going to get something that holds a C-curve very well if you use fiber. Cool Gel is a low heat gel. It's a little bit thinner than Extreme, but it's very similar to Extreme. So you'll see it self-levels just a teeny bit faster than Extreme, but I would say it's very similar to Extreme. And the cool thing about Cool Gel is it cures cooler. Now, interestingly enough, Jim McConnell from Light Elegance has actually worked on the formulas of all of their hard gels over the years, and all of their gels cure in a cooler way with less exothermic reaction than previous, and that's because there's less reactive sites in the actual gel formula. Therefore, there's less bonding happening between the oligomers, which means that you get two benefits. You get a more hypoallergenic gel, and you also get less heat being produced during the curing process. So this is a great option for people that are very sensitive to heat when you're using builder gels. It will cure cooler. And just so you know, all of the Light Elegance gels cure cooler these days than they did in the past. So that is Cool Gel. Cool Gel is also great for overlays because it is a thinner viscosity, so you can use it for overlays as well. And then the last one is going to be One Step. And I did show this in my last video because it can be used as a base coat. One Step is thinner than Cool Gel. It self-levels faster, and it can be used as base, builder, and top coat. You'll notice it has a teeny bit of a milky look to it, and that's also very common with gels that do have adhesion ingredients in them. Usually builders I have found that are like a 3-in-1 where you're asking it to adhere and build and be a top coat all at the same time. I do find that they're a little teeny bit milkier looking than if you use just a straight hard gel that doesn't have any adhesion ingredients in it. So this is a great option for those overlays that you're wanting to do with a hard gel product, or maybe you just want a thin encapsulation gel. Maybe you do love working with thin gels like I do. I love thin gels. I love gels that are very runny and self-level quickly, just because of the way I like to work. So you can see how quickly that starts to self-level in the jar. So One Step is a great option if you want a multi-purpose product. Now, another product that recently or more recently joined the Light Elegance family within the last couple years is Jimmy Gel. Jimmy Gel is also a building product and can be used to build up structure and shape and a little bit of length on the nail, and it is a soak-off product. Previously, Light Elegance used to have a product called Manicure, which was technically a soak-off gel, although it took a long time to soak it off. Jimmy Gel is basically a sort of replacement. If you loved working with Manicure, you're going to love Jimmy Gel. And Jimmy Gel is also nice because it's bottled. So not everybody likes working from a jar with a brush. Jimmy Gel is a great option if you're looking for a soak-off more flexible builder gel. It also works as a base coat, so you can use it under gel polish if you want to. But you can definitely build up, upper shape on your nails, upper arches on your nails with Jimmy Gel. It is more of a flexible gel than, say, fiber, and it will work well for those natural nail clients where you're just doing overlays, maybe a teeny bit of length. But I do recommend that if you're going to do a lot of length, like probably anything, about this length or longer, I highly recommend using a hard gel for that, because flexible gels, sometimes they lose their shape and they also get worn down. They'll start to actually lose their corners, lose their filed shape, as well as they kind of are too squishy to keep up with being super long on a natural nail. So Jimmy Gel is also a builder product. So let's talk about colors, because colors are also fun. Beyond the actual formulas themselves, Light Elegance offers their building products in lots of different colors. So I tried to organize them in kind of like lightest to darkest as far as the colors go. Natural pink is a slightly milky, soft pink. It is semi-translucent, and you'll notice when you put it on the nail, it's not very impactful as far as pink is concerned, but it is a nice option. For me, I really like it because it gives that kind of camouflaging effect of a milkiness where it'll camouflage damage in nails, things like that, but it's also translucent enough that you can see what's going on with the nail bed. I personally do not recommend working with very, very highly opaque pink products or builder products until you're very well versed in working with gel nails or even acrylics. The reason being is that every time you go to do a fill, it's very difficult for a newbie to be able to see pocket lifting or pseudomonas or any other thing that might be happening, cracks, things like that. It's very difficult to see that because when you're first starting, you don't really know what you're looking for. So I highly recommend sticking with a clear gel or a very transparent product until you get used to working with nail products. And then you can always go into these highly opaque builder products, builder pinks and stuff. So natural pink's going to be that semi-translucent, more milky, soft pink. Pink is just it's kind of the middle of the road. It is semi-translucent, but it does build up more in coverage. It also has more of a rosy color to it. It's a warmer pink tone. Very, very pretty. Soft pink is exactly what it sounds like. It's like ballerina pink to me. It's more opaque, less translucent, and it has just this very, very soft, powdery color to it. It's one of my all-time favorites. Baby pink is a little bit darker than soft pink, so a little bit more pink, a little bit less translucent, a little bit more warm and rosy than soft pink. Ideal pink is one of the newer pink colors. Ideal pink basically came from mixing cosmetic pink with like a baby pink, soft pink color. So it's not as intense as cosmetic pink or cover pink, but it is like a warmer middle of the road. And the reason why they called it ideal is it works on a lot of different skin tones and it's not as crazy opaque as some of the other previous cosmetic or cover pinks in the past. Cover pink is going to be more of a mauve, kind of tan pink color, highly opaque, and it is great for, reverse French, things like that where you really do not want to see the nail bed. Also, I like to do it, and I'll show you guys in a future tutorial. I like to use cover pink or cosmetic pink just at the very, very base of the French V, and then I will slowly transition into a slightly more translucent product so that you don't see that harsh line when the nail starts to grow out. And it's also great for reverse French because you get that really, really nice crisp line between the nude color on the nail and the white French or whatever French you're going to do. Cosmetic pink is the darkest and most opaque in the entire lineup. It's almost like a tan color. I like to think of it as those suntan pantyhose. It gives the nail just a very nice wash of color, almost like a suntan. It's very highly opaque. So I don't I mean, it depends on what you're going for. If you want to do it all the way to the cuticle, you can. But like I said, I usually like to use this at the base of the French or at the base of the nail, and then I will kind of feather it back and then work over some semi-translucent products over the top to make it almost like an ombre nail bed effect. Newer colors that came into the family are cashmere. Cashmere is a warmer tone, so this is great for people who have darker skin tones and those baby pinks just do not look good on them. Everybody has a different skin tone, and it's just like buying foundation, right? For our face, we need to find that perfect shade that really enhances our natural beauty. And I'm really glad to see that like Elegance started including some of these shades recently, because I do think a lot of the previous builder colors were more geared towards, you know, lighter skin tones, those typical pinks. So having some options for different skin tones is really nice. So cashmere is a beautiful, warm, kind of brown pink. It works for even lighter skin tones, but it's going to look great on just about everybody. And it gives you that ability to customize for every single client and every single nail. And then last but not least is Delicate Peach. I actually don't have this one open. I just realized before I put it on camera, I don't have it open yet. I'm going to show you guys in Jimmy Gel, because Jimmy Gel has all of these different colors. So it is kind of like cashmere, but it's a little bit more orangey pink. Orangey tan, just like the color on the bottle. So this is a really, really nice semi-translucent shade for people that have very, very dark or warm skin tones. It's going to look very nice and neutral on them. Sometimes just those rosy pinks look very odd on different skin tones. And so it depends on the color that you're going for, but this is going to be a nice natural shade that blends well for, you know, people that have warmer, more olive toned skin. And then of course within the Jimmy Gel line, we have the different colors that I showed you guys last time. So Jimmy Gel comes in 6 colors, which includes clear, if you call clear a color. So we have soft pink, just like we had in the hard gel. We have ideal pink as well. We have natural, which is like the natural kind of fiber color that I showed you. And then we have delicate peach. So those are very, very popular colors. And natural fiber, I'll show you also just so you guys can see what natural looks like. Natural fiber is great, again, for building out those hyper realistic nails where maybe someone broke their free edge of their nail and all of their other nails are natural. The natural color is going to mimic that natural nail free edge color. So it's great for repairing a free edge or something where you want that natural color there. You can use it over the entire nail plate as well, but natural colors are very popular because when we're trying to make the nail look very realistic and we're trying to match what, you know, the other natural nails look like, natural's a great option for that. And the yellow tone of natural colors also helps to combat redness. So if you're dealing with very damaged red nail beds, a more yellowy tone like natural, whether it's in a more flexible product like Jimmy Gel or in a hard gel, natural is going to combat and neutralize redness in a nail plate. So think about that, right? It's like the color wheel. When we use the colors opposite each other in the color wheel, they neutralize each other. And so using a yellow tone is going to help neutralize redness. All right, well, I hope this video helps you understand a little bit more about the different building products that are available to you from Light Elegance. There's a ton of different options, which can be slightly overwhelming if you're just not used to working with different types of builder products, but you can see that every single one of them was intended to address a specific concern. And you can definitely now with the new 10 mil size, try lots of different products before you buy a large size. See you guys in the next episode. Bye.